All right. What was I saying? Jeez. Yeah. So I think. Yes, I was explaining how my daughter went to brush her teeth, and apparently she knocked down the curtain rod, and she asked her mother to put it back for her. And her mother tell her that she's sleeping. Now she had just went into her bedroom. And like I said, she walked in the house. Like I said, she's talking about she's tired and all this stuff. But yet she got a phone call. All of a sudden she's up, a whole hour. Right? You can't be that tired. So the helicopters again. Where is it? Can't see it. Oh, is that it? No. Yeah, that's it right there. There's two of them. One up there, and there's the other one. So anyway, so I went to her and I said, "You couldn't put up the curtain rod for Alyssa?" "Oh, I'm sleeping." I said, "No, you're not. You just got in your bedroom." "I'm sleeping." And I'm just like, I said, "Okay, now you're sleeping because you're off the phone. When you came in, you were so tired. You went into your bedroom, came in, and you were on the phone after telling me how tired you are and all of this stuff, right?" So it's like it's BS. Like I told her, I said, "Listen, I don't mind doing things, but I just don't want to be taken advantage of, and you do it constantly." And I said, "You may not think you're taking advantage, but you absolutely are. Okay? Because you could have gotten out of bed. You just got into bed. So now my daughter had to come to me and ask me to put her look, they do the water bottle shit." Hey, motherfuckers think they slick. They ain't not slick. They're a bunch of idiots, a bunch of dumbasses. That's what they are. Anyhow, you can't even looking at the building at the end. It's funny too, because the bus driver, when I got off the bus driver looking at the building at the end, right there. Okay. So as I walk, I call him a bunch of dumbasses. He turns around, he look at the building up there. I forgot the name of the building, but it got some, like I said, there used to be people that was perps stand up in front of the building, and as soon as they see me, I got off the bus, they turn around, they look at the building, right? Like my building name is, I didn't even see it. But anyhow, this is the shit that they do, right? So, anyway, before I got distracted, that's what I was saying. So yeah, like I said, don't, you're taking advantage. That's what you're doing. When you doing shit, you come home or you tired, you go in your room, you don't want to do anything with the kids, you don't want to do their homework. Yesterday I wasn't there. Did she help Alyssa with her homework? Nope. No. All she had to do was one homework, a math homework. Nope. She wouldn't even help her do that. So anyhow, we're gonna. All right, that's what I was saying. Anyhow, yeah. So yeah, would not even help her with her homework. Would not help her at all. And so, and I'm just like, wow. Right? But yet she's too sick or she's too tired. Yet she'll be on the phone for hours, locked up in her bedroom, right? But she can't help our daughter with homework. All she has to do is one homework. It took half an hour. She refused to do that, and like I said, it all, it always kills me because, she'd be on the phone talking about how much she loves her kids. It's like putting on this show. And as much as I try, like I said, I'm very understanding, regardless of the fact that she doesn't. When it comes to understanding with me, no way. Like she tells me, I don't know her. I'm like, no, my problem is that I do know you. Your problem is that you think I don't know you. You think that the people who don't know you know you. They don't know you. Okay? I said, and the majority of those people, all they're doing is manipulating you and using you. Right? But you think you're getting over. No, you're not. They're getting over on you. Okay? They're feeding you bullshit because, again, these white racists attacking me because of who I am. Okay? And I'm exposing what it is that they've been doing. Yeah, the noise campaign. Okay? All the way on the bus, there was a lot of it too. They just they're using you to get to me, to try to hurt me or upset me and all this stuff. I said, and you fail to understand that, and what you're doing is hurting yourself. But because of your mentality and your personality, you think that it's a game. And one thing, like I said, how they create narcissistic personality within us as a people, or within any group of people, right? Is when we start to think in terms of gaming each other, playing each other, right? Not understanding, not want to be aware of what's going on, but living in a delusion, living with a fantasy type of mindset. Okay? So they are upset that I realized, once I started studying what was being done to me, realized that this shit goes way back, right, than I believe. My brother used to tell me that, but I used to be like, well, listen, I can't really speak on that, but that's your experience, and I believe you. That's all the time. I said I believe you because I'm not going to doubt him. I have my experience. I said, and I told him, I said, I may feel different, okay, but the more they do things, and the more I start to think about things that happened in the past, like in the 90s, when he was being targeted, which I didn't even know, but things used to happen to me that I thought was very strange. And I always say, wow, I look back at it and I'm like, yeah, they were targeting me too. I just didn't know. They did not go over it, okay, with me at that time. They have to manipulate you enough and do whatever they need to do so that if you make a mistake, they want to come and try to overtly, target you because they don't want you coming forward in terms of exposing what they're doing to you. So for about a good 10 years, my brother was basically silent, believing, even though he didn't really believe certain things the doctor was telling him, his therapist, But like I said, it wasn't until me and him had a conversation that he realized, and it was like the same thing exactly to the T. Okay? And a lot of TIs experience the same thing. Okay, so this is so they cover their crimes, right? They cover their crimes by, using the psychiatric industry or institutions to cover their crimes, right? This is what they've been doing for decades. And like I said, until you understand this, until you realize this, particularly me being a black person, and I said to myself, how is it that all of a sudden we see our young men start walking with their pants below their ass and it becomes normal? Like, it's like, what I'm saying? Like, I see grown ass men my age, okay, still walking with their pants below their ass. Grown ass men my age. I can't, what I'm saying? Like, they don't quite understand where this should come from. I talk about the CIA. The CIA has been manipulating our culture for the longest while. There are documentations that have been written, they've been exposed, yet we fail to understand and comprehend exactly what's going on. Because we think black culture is black culture, but no, black culture is a manipulation of CIA negative programming that's been done to us, and this is why we are so dysfunctional. Our dysfunctionality is not our fault. Our dysfunctionality has been caused by white racists who want to see us at the bottom. So the book, The Golden Stool, I talk about how the white missionary goes around Africa, okay, basically explaining what the colonizers were doing to not just the land, but the African people. And he talks about how they replaced the African mindset with a European mindset. And he says that the Africans are more advanced in terms of how they treat each other than we are. He said, the Africans believe in brotherhood. I am my brother's keeper. He's like, we Europeans, we believe in extreme individualism. Now today, who are the people who believe in extreme individualism? It is us. Everybody else practice group economics, except for us. We get wealthy, we get rich, and we don't do anything. We don't build industries, we don't build nothing. to employ us, nothing to raise our economic standard for us, but every other group of people do it, except for us. But they can get us, to turn on each other without a doubt. Oh yes I do, yes I do. Hold on. Okay, so as I was saying, so like I said, we don't do anything, but yet we believe, and they are so skilled. The white races, they're so skilled in manipulation. They're so skilled in creating situations, manipulating people, and thinking that they can get away with it. Right? This is what they do, and they believe because they've created technology to control our minds, and because it's classified. Okay, because it's classified, that they always say, oh, matter of national security. So you can't even know the technology that they do. But I always said, if they believe, not even they believe, but they know that Russia is working on technologies to control people's mind, and they know that they have that very same technology. Put the white girl over there. Signals. Let me turn it around. I don't know if she's talking to her. Yeah, look, she's turning around. Look here, because she must have been told that. Yeah, he's filming you. Look at her. Look. She's been very animated, as these two guys wanted the key to the building. He didn't have his key, so I gave him my keys. So she started, after that, she just started being very, very animated. Really, really, very, very animated, man. So, anyhow. So like I said, I always, I never really thought about it, but yeah. I told him, even going to the doctor, and them giving you false diagnosis. It's on purpose. These things they do it to a lot of us, right? Again, to destroy our health. Okay, this is what they do, and when they give us false diagnosis, it's part of the manipulation. So we don't even understand that. When you look at who died the youngest, which group of men died the youngest in America, it is us, black men. Not TIs also, but I'm talking about as a group of people. It is us, black men, right? When you look at who commits suicide the most in America, which group of men commit suicide the most in America? It is black men. Why? Because they've been running psychological programs, psychological operation running psyops within our community for decades. I've been saying this shit, but we don't want to believe it. You know what I'm saying? So, is that a gunshot? I guess simulated gunshot. Like I said, every time I hit certain points that they know I'm telling the truth, they will start to do these simulated gunshots, or they will use the sirens. You guys, I explain stuff to you guys a lot. They understand. What it is, that if you get rid of the men, right? If you get rid of the men, if you sissify the men within a group of people, and you make the woman into the man, right? You will not have a strong nation of people. Because the one thing that the white racists fear is not. Oh, see, they gotta come by. Look. Yeah, look. They gotta come by. Look at them. They gotta come by, right? They're looking at the white girl. Look at them. Look at them. They're looking at the white girl. Look. I have to change it. Yeah, look. The NYPD roll by and shit, and they all over there looking at the white girl. Look. That's why she out here. That's why she out here. Sending subliminal messages. Oh, look, he's over. Look, jeez. Anyhow. Yeah, love exposing them. Yeah, so like I said, right? We as black men, we died the most. We died the youngest. We commit more suicides because they've been running psyops within our community for decades. Okay? And I talk about today, I made a post about Malcolm X, right? How the NYPD had a secret department called BOSS, right? The Bureau of Special Service. Yeah, what kind of special service? BOSS was created to simply target black leaders, target and destroy black leaders, right? So we got to understand these things. What do you think will happen in the 90s when you had uh, these rappers? What happened? The NYPD created what? A special division, right? Target rappers, right? Including the family members, close friends. But yet we fail to understand these things. We fail to realize what's going on. And again, because of these technologies. And many people don't want to believe me. They can say whatever they want. But like I said, it's written. It's there. Okay? It's written. We may not find the documents from what America's been working on, but we know they've done studies. Dr. Jose Delgado, Dr. Robert Heath. Those are two prominent names. Okay, Dr. Edward, what's his name? No, Cameron. What's it? The Canadian doctor who were involved with the MK Ultra program. So we know these things has been done in the past, but we don't think that it's been done in today as well. They have always been. So I talk about the secret division of the 1990s, right? What do they call the hip hop police? Okay. They have videos where you see these police officers trailing, what's his name, Busta Rhymes, right? You know what I'm saying? Following him for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Because he's black, talented, making money. Why do you think today you see these young black rappers are being killed? Why do you think today you're seeing that? Because rap music, hip hop music, is a way for young black men with talent, right, to make money legally, right? And they can move into any neighborhood they want. And these white racists don't want them moving into their neighborhood. Not only that, but they don't even want them becoming conscious to use their wealth to pull other black people up. They don't want that to happen. Okay? So I talk about, again, oh, he's sticking her pinky finger out. Yeah, whatever. Is it two Jewish women walking by? So again, we don't quite understand, you know what I'm saying? It's like I said, I understand why, but it's like, how is it that no one is talking about these things in a way in which the conversation should be had? And then you had this young rapper who just died. I think it was a female, and the killers were a father and a son. Okay, now why do you think that happened? Again, it is to tarnish the image of black men, particularly fathers now. So I want you to understand how they do things. As soon as they see like black men start going become on the rise, they're going to do things to drive us down even further. Okay? You got to understand it. You got to know their playbook. You got to know their playbook and what it is that they do, what it is that they're going to do. Again, and because I can see the programming, they don't like that. You see, they thought they can control me and, offer me money, and I'm going to turn my back and be a gatekeeper. But that's the one thing that I'm not going to be. Okay? Oh, anyway, I ain't going to bother. But anyway, they could not make me into a gatekeeper. All right? They couldn't do it. Before I go, let me. I just remember this. So, early on in my career, okay, I was working for a company in Manhattan. It was a advertising company. It was Jewish owned. And I remember we had a very slow day. And I remember I was learning this program. Because they're like, you have a slow day, why don't you learn this program? Right? I forgot the name of the program, but it was it was an illustration program. Okay? Now, I haven't been too familiar with the program, but I pick up stuff quickly, when I was younger. Okay, so I started to do this illustration of, I forgot what it was, and the boss' son, who is Jewish, the boss, he came, he was like, "Is that what you doing?" I was like, "I just creating this," and he looked at this and he was like, "I thought you said you didn't know this program." And I said, "I don't. I just, would you know that a week later that they fired me?" Okay, a week later they fired me. All right. So you see, when I look back at these things, I see exactly what was going on. At the time, I didn't, you know. But again, this is why it's important that we older people that who are once younger and we are older, we know that we educate the young people. So this is why I try to educate the young people here. But they have got them so indoctrinated, so brainwashed. But again, when you tell them the truth, the truth is going to come out, and the truth is going to, you plant the seed in their mind for them to go and look and see what's going on. Right? So they can do the research themselves. So yeah. Anyhow. Yeah, like I said, I just start remembering that stuff. I haven't thought about that stuff in a while. All right, but because I see all these Jewish people start walking by now, I just remember that shit too. You know, so yeah. Like I said, what can I say? They can always get you to believe whatever and whatever. But hey, you know, one thing I know is that you stand firm in the truth, not your truth, but you stand firm in the truth. Okay, see, because like I said, all they got is lies, because they manipulate, right? They lie, they manipulate, they deceive. Okay, and so when you know the truth, right, you stand in the truth. Not just okay, not just your truth, because your truth can be subjective, but you stand in the truth. And this is why, like I said, I always back up what I say with documentations. Unless I'm talking about my own experience, then we can debate that. But when it comes to the documentations of showing you exactly what's going on, what has been done, you cannot argue with me on that point. You know, and one of the things, and one of the things that they'll do, particularly to our young people, like I said, as we get older, we have to break that cycle of not teaching our young people what we didn't know, right? Because our program is to not teach them anything. It's to send them out there, you know, without knowledge, without an understanding of what's really going on. So the predators, right, or if you're in New York, the New York Predator Department, the racism and the predators, the racists in the business community, okay, that they are ripe for picking, right? And when I talk about picking, I'm not talking about anything that's good, meaning that for the poisoning, for the manipulation, for the destruction, right? Not just their mind, but their body, right? So we gotta do better. We gotta do better. Anyhow, I'll speak to you guys in the next video.